Pro Group Management. Workers' comp that works for you.
This is 7 at 7 from the Las Vegas Review-Journal.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Renee Summerhour. We start off with your top stories brought to you by Nevada Hand's Silver Sky Assisted Living Community. Learn more at nevadahand.org. An arrest has been made in connection to the shooting of a waiter in Chinatown. And as we're learning more from police, the Las Vegas community is coming together. Review-Journal's Jen Ah tells us more about how they're showing support. Jen?
That's right, Renee. This senseless shooting has saddened the Las Vegas community, motivating many to help.
Heartbroken, and I think for us, the best we could do is offer the translations help that we have.
Police say a masked gunman shot waiter Chen Yang Wang multiple times at a restaurant in Chinatown's Shanghai Plaza last week. Wang has undergone multiple surgeries and is in the ICU, according to the restaurant's co-owner.
But he's in more stable condition, and his first request to taste some solid food was for porridge. So Chef Jimmy Lee made him a porridge, and enough to get him a little taste of it.
The Las Vegas Asian Chamber of Commerce started a GoFundMe page raising $24,000, and the Asian Community Development Council started another through Mighty Cause, raising $14,000.
Go to the victim, Mr. Wang, and let him decide what's the best way to use it.
Wang is expected to survive, but the restaurant's co-owner says doctors don't know his long-term prognosis, as he was hit by gunshots in the neck and stomach. Renee?
And more than 50 flights were canceled at Harry Reid International Airport by mid-afternoon Monday. This comes as the rest of the country experiences more flight cancellations due to winter weather conditions and staffing shortages caused by COVID. Harry Reid reported that its operations were still normal. Spirit, Alaska, Allegiant Air, and United were impacted by the cancellations. One airline spokesperson says that we can expect more delays and cancellations through the rest of the week. Police were called when Jason Funk was found standing outside of a church naked and with a gun.
Shots fired.
He was shot when he turned and ran from officers in the direction of the gun about 30 feet away, according to court records. The judge wrote, "It is undisputed that Funk had not directly or verbally threatened anyone with a gun." Funk's mother says the trauma of being shot has been, quote, heartbreaking to see in her son. Metro declined to comment on the settlement. Now it's time to take a look at your local weather forecast for the Las Vegas Valley. The winds have died down, but rain is still in the forecast. A 30 to 40% chance of rain is forecasted for your Tuesday, mostly after 2 p.m. Highs today only reaching about 49 degrees, evening lows in the mid-30s. For the rest of the week, rain chances will increase by Wednesday and Thursday, which could mean a little snow up in the mountains. Light to variable winds. Daytime highs will be in the upper 40s, low 50s, evening lows in the low 40s. Now in your health news, those who catch the coronavirus now only have to isolate 5 days instead of 10. The Centers of Disease Control and Prevention officials cut isolation restrictions Monday. They say there's growing evidence that people are most infectious in the 2 days before and 3 days after symptoms develop. The decision also after a recent surge in COVID-19 cases nationwide. Another change in the CDC's guidance. Those who had gotten their vaccine booster shots can skip quarantine if they are exposed to COVID, so long as they wear a mask.
Sports, sponsored by Station Casinos, STN Sports. Download the app and get a bonus up to $100 when you sign up. Ahead of Thursday's Las Vegas Bowl matchup, a welcome reception was held for the Arizona State Sun Devils and the Wisconsin Badgers at Circa's Legacy Club and the Fremont Street Experience. This year's game will be on a much larger stage, being held for the first time at Allegiant Stadium.
This is a great host town, it really is, for events. This is one of the event capitals in the United States. And when you think about all the events and all the things they do here with entertainment, this just happens to be a football game. And they've done a great job. The bowl, John and all those folks that run it have been tremendous. And we're fortunate enough to be involved in it.
Sports betting sponsored by Las Vegas Paiute Tribal Smoke and Cigar Shop. 4 division titles are still up for grabs and on the boards at sportsbooks. The AFC North is the tightest race with the Bengals minus 260 favorites at Caesars, followed by the Ravens and Browns at plus 550 each and the Steelers at 12-1. In the NFC West, the Rams are minus 300 and the Cardinals are plus 250. In the AFC East, the Bills are minus 850, the Patriots are plus 550 and the Dolphins are 100-1. In the AFC South, the Titans are minus 2,000 and the Colts are 11-1.
In your lifestyle news, sponsored by Glittering Lights at Las Vegas Motor Speedway, Las Vegas is still calling itself the entertainment capital of the world, but now it's adding sports to its branding, and it's clear at the Winfield Club, the in-stadium nightclub at Allegiant Stadium.
10,000 square foot club in there, about 29 booths, 4 bars, dual DJs, the full setup. So you'll be inside there. You can walk in. You won't even know you're in a stadium. You walk out and you're right there in the end zone, catching in all the action.
The club manager says the club will have all of the standards of the popular XS and Encore Beach Club locations. In your business news, sponsored by Bank of Nevada, Bank on Accountability, CES will and must go on, according to the trade show's president and CEO, who recently wrote a commentary piece in the Review Journal. Gary Shapiro wrote about how even as major companies pull out of CES due to Omicron COVID variant concerns, he believes the largest trade show in Las Vegas is still an opportunity for smaller companies. He wrote, quote, CES 2022 will kick off 2022 in messy fashion. It will be chock full of innovation and full of entrepreneurs and businesses. He added that CES officials are mindful of COVID and that all attendees are required to wear a mask and be vaccinated. Now in your entertainment news, sponsored by DiscoverYourNevada.com, brought to you by Travel Nevada. We'll be ringing in the new year in just a few days, so let's take a look at some ways you can celebrate. Of course, we have to talk about the fireworks display on the Las Vegas Strip for New Year's Eve, but there's also the 80s and 90s dance party at Fremont Street Experience. Expect live entertainment on 4 stages with a lineup from some of the biggest names in the era. Also skate into the new year at the ice rink and check out Rick Ross at Dre's Nightclub. Thank you for watching 7 at 7 a.m. I'm Renee Summerhour. If you have an Amazon Fire TV, search Review Journal to download our channel. Watch Las Vegas breaking news streaming live on your OTT device. And if you're watching 7 at 7 on YouTube, don't forget to give us a like and hit that subscribe button down below. We'll see you back here later today for 7 at 7 p.m. from the Las Vegas Review Journal. Have a great day.
Review Journal Studio, sponsored by Adam Kuttner. Get the maximum settlement as quickly as possible. This 7 at 7 update, sponsored by Pro Group Management. You're watching 7 at 7 from the Las Vegas Review Journal.